Well, hey there. Do I have an episode for you today, guys? Um, yeah, it's not gonna be exciting as that sounded, but this one is just about better days. Um, and I find myself in the winter not like achieving that sort of better day, the fruitful day, the sort of momentum on a daily basis that really gets you feeling good. You know, I almost like hit like a hibernative type of state where I like don't want to go outside. I don't want to do anything. Um, and so this sort of spectrum, this paradigm here, this is all about starting. It's just from the start of your day to the end of your day, a way to sort of navigate it. And I've heard this through a lot of other people that I believe have a good background in understanding health, and guys like Andrew Huberman and what's the other guy's name? There's another guy. It might hit me. There's a bunch of different influencers that I sort of get this sort of information from, but they talk about whenever you begin your day, getting uh, your circadian rhythm kind of locked in a way, because you need to get some direct sunlight. Uh, Once it hits the eyes, you don't want to like have sunglasses on. You want the direct sunlight to hit the eyes. You want the vitamin D on the face. You want to sort of absorb some nutrients that way. If you can start out your day that way, you're gonna sort of initiate that circadian rhythm of that's the time of the day to wake up. Your body's gonna understand that's daylight. I need to get up at that time, and so you can. It's even great to incorporate some sort of uh, breath work in that. These first three parts of the spectrum, you can sort of achieve this stuff very early on in your day. Um, getting the sunlight, getting the breath work done, and even getting some exercise. You can hit on all three of those at the beginning of your day, even before you eat dinner. If you can do that every day, um, the earlier the better, I think, because you can get that sort of circadian rhythm locked in. But as long as you do that in your day, you're gonna have that. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna get the blood flow. Um, that's what the exercise thing. You don't have to run. You don't have to do anything crazy. But if you incorporate some different sort of yoga moves or stuff, get the blood flowing. You can even raising your arm. That'll even get some breath work with raising your arm. The blood flows down through the arms into your body. If you can incorporate this movement, this is going to do wonders for you. And I even like I've been incorporate singing more, so I'm actually forcing myself to do more breath work, and it actually has affected how I felt the rest of the day. I almost like do my breath work to the point where like I'm almost like feeling like a high off of it, almost like a lightheadedness. Like I'm getting so much oxygen into my brain and my body and stuff like that that it's really changing the way I feel. So once you incorporate these first several ones, you're getting a good nutrients from the sun, circadian rhythm. You're getting your breath work. That's almost like meditation. There, you're getting your breath work in a way. You're getting the sun. You're getting the meditation. You're exercising. Um, and like I said again, you don't have to be doing anything crazy as long as you're getting the blood flow. You go for a walk in the morning, get the sun, get the breath work going, and then um, this is like part of your, this is solidly part of your plan of action. But um, I had an influencer today talking about finding three things that you want to focus on getting done that day. Three core things, and today I would say that I focused on getting some singing practice in. Um, then I'm creating some content. Like right now, I'm creating content. I did some stuff earlier to upload some videos and things like that on a different channel. But then I also um, did some market overview. I got an understanding of what's going on right now, um, and that I did want to touch on this real quick. Our last video we did on understanding the crypto experience that I've had, and actually from that video several days ago to now, I've actually seen some good results. You know, that's just a micro time frame, but I'm seeing a lot of 15% on a lot of those projects I discussed. My good projects are all up about, I would say, on average 15%. Some of them are up to 20, some of them are like 10 or below percent. But so I did some understanding of what's going on in the market, and and honestly, I'm feeling very very comfortable about that. And so those are three core things that I focused on today. Um, but also a lot of these core things sort of like the singing actually worked into the breath work, the exercising. I did some different stretching and stuff like that. So I did that part. Um, and right now I'm getting some vitamin D. So I'm actually covering all of these things. And oftentimes in the winter I don't end up doing this as much. I don't want to be outside. I'm paraplegic, so my legs they they get really cold easily, and so even whenever I'm inside the house, my legs get very cold. So I don't spend a lot of time outside during that time of the year. So that can be even more difficult to even get your circadian rhythm to register the sunlight and things like that. So um, I definitely feel a seasonal change in how I feel from uh, during summer to winter, and um, I believe a lot of that is that direct sunlight. You don't even see the sun as much during the winter, and but what you can do is just get the light in your eyes so that you can get your circadian rhythm going, your sleep schedule is on track, and you don't end up going down um, this cycle of just poor healthy habits. So I have a process to my days that actually has sort of evolved, and I don't eat for like the first couple hours of the day. Might be toward that second hour, so I focus on doing some other things. And I'd recommend it to everyone really to just kind of focus on doing some other things before just putting food in your system. I know that it is actually good to get some protein in early in your day. So I don't know if you want to prolong past like a couple hours to eat. But I mean, there's also benefits to fasting. I don't really know what is appropriate, but part of my regimen is just getting things done before I want to eat. And I actually kind of focus on pushing that into almost like a brunch period. Like I'm eating at like 11 o'clock ish. So it's almost like I'm up around, my alarm goes off at 9. I'm up for a couple hours eating at between 11 and 12. So I have like a nice solid brunch. I'll actually even like, I'll have a lot to eat during my brunch. So I'm going to try to wait till dinner time to eat. And then I have a late night protein bar, protein snack, something healthy. I focus on getting the protein in, my protein up. So I've incorporated all these different ways to focus on bettering myself. And I think we covered that in some healthy aspects. But today's was how to get how to be how to get the better day, how to get that simple better day on a regular basis. So um, and then one last thing is I saw something interesting, and it was a guy was sort of evaluating some of the best boxers and their techniques, and this is completely off topic, but they were sort of looking at Mike Tyson and how he moves whenever he was like um, attacking, and it actually I think I might even tell him like my buddies that whenever we do a little game, and like it's almost like whenever you're attacking, you have to always kind of be moving. It's kind of like boxing. And so, like, if you want to attack somebody and throw a punch, you got to make sure your head's moving and stuff like that. And you saw, whenever Mike Tyson was in his prime, he was doing all of this different movement. His head was always moving, and his head's moving while he's punching, and he's hitting uppercuts, and he's hitting you with all this. Like, he was so focused on moving his head while throwing punches, and so even like the great attack. Even that great attack was a great defense in a way, because he's getting contact and he's moving, and I just thought that was an awesome thing that I never thought about. It's really cool. Really cool how you can achieve a great attack in boxing and not put yourself out there to get hit as much. I think you see a lot of those great boxers. I think Garcia does that a lot. He's got a good head bob. There's people that practice that every day, moving their head. Even whenever they're tired, they're always moving that head because, like, they're just in the zone. They're in the zone, but they practice it enough where it's like second nature. And I just thought that was an awesome thing that I found out today. So, in a way, we're kind of hitting that last point of reflection. You've created, so we have getting outside, getting some sun, vitamin D, waking up the circadian rhythm, getting the breath work in, getting the exercise and the blood flow, whatever you have to do to get the blood flow, the planned action, plan out those 3 things you want to do that day, and then reflect on what the sort of things that you've discovered. And I guess that's sort of one thing I did discover that was really cool. I like to incorporate that every day to just find something really cool, something that I could even talk about with my friends, with my family, something that I just never thought about before. Those core aspects that make people really successful, like Mike Tyson. And I also actually was exposed to I was watching a little bit of Joe Rogan. He had Andrew Huberman on. I think this might have been months ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but Joe Rogan talked about his jiu-jitsu instructor. He says he's the best in the world. He doesn't take any days off. He's completely, utterly obsessed with jiu-jitsu, and Joe says he's the best in the world. He doesn't, like I said already, he doesn't take any days off. He doesn't have children, doesn't have family. He's just completely obsessed with jiu-jitsu, and I thought that was kind of remarkable. And so, I'm not saying you should be so obsessed that you don't have a family, but that was a really interesting that someone lives their life that way, that they're so focused on teaching the skills of jiu-jitsu that they don't even have a family, and that's his true focus, just teaching jiu-jitsu. And I think, honestly, he probably has a pretty rewarding life. So when you're teaching those skills, when you're just in that zone of, apparently he's just a student of the art of jiu-jitsu. He's learning, he's watching videos every day, he's figuring out what's working, what's not working. He just has an amazing perception of the art of jiu-jitsu. And a guy like me, I don't even know exactly what goes on in a lot of the UFC fights of jiu-jitsu. I know what the moves are called. I don't know what people are doing right and what people are doing wrong. But I mean, it interests me. I do have a little bit of a martial arts background, but nothing like that. I mean, these guys are on a whole nother level of the art of grappling, and it's very intriguing to me whenever I hear about somebody that has reached a state of like true obsession and investment into something like that. It's remarkable how someone can be so laser focused on their goals. And so I want to sort of embody that in a way. I want to be laser focused. I want to be right now one of my newest hobby is singing right now. It's always kind of a casual hobby, but now I'm really interested in sort of improving that. And so I think for a lot of people, jujitsu might be a hobby. Other people might be so invested that it's more than just a hobby. And so I'd like to get to that point someday whenever singing is just more than just a hobby. And even this content creation, this consultation, these ideas, these benefits to daily living are more than just a hobby. And it's something I do in a sort of professional lifestyle. So, yeah, it's just a great day to be alive here in Pennsylvania. 81, just beautiful outside. I can't even. I was inside for hours today, and this is actually the first I came outside, and you just don't even understand how beautiful it is till you get out there. I mean, there's not a cloud, not really a cloud inside. I'm hoping it's gonna be nice tomorrow because I'm gonna be exercising tomorrow. I'm gonna be going out on the bike, doing some laps. So hopefully it's as good tomorrow as it is today. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. This is the Plausibly Anything channel. Anything's plausible, guys. Anything, we talk about anything reasonable. And I'm Marshall. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys.